there. Your breath is less gross than Lady's breath.
Hello. Don't be barking. He had his teeth. I told myself I was going to brush his teeth every day, and that was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice. I got one of those water flossers, and they're great until the battery dies.
Oh.
And you keep forgetting to charge it.
Mine just plugs into the wall. I'm like really paranoid about it filling up with mold, though.
That's valid.
It's a thing, and so you're supposed to wash it out however often. And I'm like, I've never washed it out. How do I wash it out? Oh, really?
Maybe like a coffee pot with white vinegar.
That's what I was thinking.
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda.
I do. That's what I'm talking about.
I do love orange soda, and this is orange liquid
squeezed to death. You want to hear my beverage shake around?
That's nice. What's on it?
A flower and hands.
Oh.
And it says sip sustainably.
It's very Persephone of you.
I didn't initially realize you said it wrong. Because my brain goes, Persephone!
Yeah. At some point in time, I don't remember when it was, but Isaac saw your name in my phone because it doesn't matter if you text me or message me over Snapchat, it's Persephone.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? And I was like, oh.
Because why not?
Yeah, I came up with it one day and I was really proud of it.
I love it. I love Persephone. She's great, and I do identify with her in a strange way. Mm-hmm. What's the matter with you? Also, hey, podlings! Welcome to the Happy Peace Podcast. I'm Stephanie.
I'm MJ.
And it's been a hot minute.
We're back! You
can put seasons on Apple, and so on the last episode, I was just like, yeah, it's season 2. We took a season break for,
mental
winter.
Health reasons. Yeah.
Dude, I got to the point where just like being alive was exhausting, and I was like, I have to put pants on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make it.
Yeah, I haven't really left the house in like a month.
Really?
I was sick.
Yeah, it's true.
And then migraine.
Something's going around. I have a friend with a stomach bug. I have another friend who she's having a hard time eating. Like, she got a gastric band, and so she was puking. Like, everything made her throw up. And so she went back to a liquid diet, and it's kind of, she's not throwing up, but she feels physically terrible.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just know a few people that are sick right now.
I'm very thankful that mine was not stomach related, because I get enough of that on the daily. Mine was just like, I think I had the flu.
Yeah.
Because it knocked me out for like 3 weeks.
I remember.
It was stupid. But yeah, I might go back out on Hinge. I don't want to. But like, how am I gonna meet people?
Yeah, this is what I was saying before I started coughing. I was driving home today and I was like, I should go do karaoke. I don't know when, because I don't want to do it on a Saturday night, because everyone goes and does it on a Saturday night. But I don't want to do it on a weekday either. So I guess I won't do it. But
I don't want to meet I don't think I'm gonna meet my person at a bar, considering
that's fair.
That I'm sober.
That's fair.
Ish. Sober by choice, not out of necessity.
Yeah. Well, and do you want to meet someone at this point in your life at a bar?
No.
Like, is that the relationship you're looking for? Probably not.
No, I want to find my person. But I don't, like, here's the thing, you don't get approached in the wild, which is fine, I appreciate that.
In the wild!
But, like...
And we don't want to be approached in the wild.
No. I mean, like, if if there was a lesbian that came up to me and hit on me in a bookstore, I would be like, yeah, let's go on a date. But if a man did, I'd be like,
No. Well, I mean, so why is that? Like,
because women are hot.
Well, right, but like, if a man said the exact same words that the woman said,
I think it depends on the delivery. If it was respectful, I would consider it more. But if it wasn't respectful, I'd be like,
right. If he's like, "Hey, baby, what you doing? I got a car outside. You want to go like,
go pound town?" No, I don't.
You want to go driving in my car? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, but if he was like, "Oh, that's a really good book. I've read that book," and you guys sat there and chit chatted for a second, and then he asked you out, like, if you want to approach I'll amend my previous statement. If you want to approach a person in the wild, that's how you do it. Mm-hmm. You express a genuine interest in a shared thing.
Mm-hmm. Don't be creepy.
Yeah, that's just kind of a rule of thumb. Don't be creepy.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, sometimes I'm creepy, but it's on purpose. But it's also in a social setting where everybody knows me. I'm not gonna go up to a rando and just be creepy. Yeah,
that's a good form. I wanted to talk today about the weird dichotomy that is the internet. Mm-hmm. Somebody that I know posted something online about how many narcissists are in our family. And I was just kind of looked at it and was like, you like literally walked past the point.
Yeah.
Like the point, like you almost acknowledged it, but you are not capable of acknowledging it.
I had one of those moments with my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, no. I don't know that she's ever gonna watch this, but I wasn't gonna say it, but
yeah. No, it didn't come to the front of my mind when we were talking about it, but my mom has been trying to convince my roommate and I to move in with her for a while now. And she was like, I'll even talk to my doctor about my crazy. And I was like, so you're aware.
so you know. Okay.
Maybe therapy so we don't act on it as much.
Yeah, but my mom posted something about narcissists. I don't even remember what it was. But it was kind of just like an explanation of behavior, of narcissistic behavior. And she was like, I have several in my family, and it's very unfortunate.
Have you looked in the mirror? Because it's you, man. Is your mom a boomer?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder.
Barely.
Oh, okay.
Barely.
Okay.
Let me check and see the years.
Not all boomers that I know, but a good majority that I know are narcissistic. Have narcissistic tendencies.
Mm-hmm. My mom's a boomer by 2 years.
That says 64. I thought that said 84, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Gen X is like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then the switch. No, so she posted that, and I was like, okay. And I'm pretty sure she's friends with several of the people she's talking about on Facebook. And so it got me thinking of like, the internet is so public. This is so public. And I'd like try to be aware of how public it is. Yeah. So I'm like, we can't say that. I'm just gonna cut that out. Yeah. I'm like, we can't put that on the internet. Someone's gonna sue us. Like, one of us is getting fired. Like I mean, I have anxiety, so I stress about it a lot. I'm like, what are the consequences? But
meanwhile, I'm over here just in my happy little world of fuck it.
Come after me. Hi. But people, like, think of what Twitter started out as. Twitter was like shouting into a void. like people just put the most unhinged things on Twitter.
My Twitter idea, because I have a Twitter now. I never use it, but back when it was like super popular, I was like, I'm gonna start Twitter about my poop, and every day I'm gonna be like, ooh, today it was beige. It was never beige, but
That's for the best.
Yeah. But like just silly things
You're
about
gonna
that.
fall off the couch.
I missed you so much.
Oh, it's almost his dinner time. I'm gonna take a shot every time I say don't do it, you'll probably die.
Or end up in the ER.
Right. But so people use Twitter to say, like, to talk about their poop and to say like unhinged things, like nobody can see it or hear it, and then like tens of thousands of people end up liking this one, like it goes viral or whatever. And so the internet's like anonymous, but it's also so public.
Yeah, it's anonymous and it's not, but I think people like be unhinged, but also don't be harmful. Be unhinged and unharmful. But like,
and boomers just be off the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Stick to Facebook.
If you have to.
Yeah, if you have to. I haven't had a Facebook in over 10 years.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Wow. And like what I had in mind more specifically, besides just the weird like public anonymity that you have on the internet, is the what's the relationship called?
Parasocial.
Yes. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of don't. Like, I feel like when I first started watching Game Grumps and YouTube and stuff, I had a real strong parasocial relationship with the Game Grumps. But like since then, I don't know what changed, but I'm like, live your life.
Well, yeah.
And like, I don't understand why people get angry. I'm gonna use Elise Myers, and this might be controversial.
Yes.
It might not be. But people are mad at her for not speaking out about Palestine. But let's take a step back and realize that she's a person, and realize that her child, her new baby, had to have heart surgery. I don't remember if it was open heart or not, but it's still scary. You don't know if your kid is going to survive that.
Right.
So, like, while we don't know what her stance is, when she's going through extreme circumstances like that, she doesn't have to tell us.
Well, and not only that, but like when you're going through an extreme circumstance and people are like, there's a whole war going on, get perspective. Yeah. I'm like, okay, but she's a person. Yeah. She has a life. And this is a privilege to say. But I would guess that the war in Gaza doesn't directly affect her daily life.
I mean, we're pretty lucky over here, and like, unless we think about it daily or keep up with the news, it's not going to affect our
Or you have
life.
family there, or like whatever, you know. There are obviously people who are being very directly impacted.
Yeah.
And indirectly impacted on a daily basis. I'm not one of them.
I'm not either.
Lucky to say. And, you know, for her, this is something that she wakes up and is stressed about. And she goes to sleep and stresses about. And it's a very real daily thing that she has to think about and deal with. And of course it's stressful.
Yeah.
So for TikTok to be like, get perspective, there's bigger things happening.
No.
Shut up. Not to her.
Not to her. It makes me...
In the world? Yeah. Yeah. But not to her.
No. Her world, like,
is that baby.
Yeah, is that baby. Is probably her kids, because when you have kids, they kind of take up everything, especially when they're newborn. That is your whole life that's right there.
I mean, not that I know, but...
And, like, for her to not like have the capacity to speak out, the mental energy to speak out on it, we have to give her some grace, because her world could have fallen apart.
Oh yeah.
I'm very happy that it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's,
and obviously we're pro-Palestine.
yes. But it's just kind of like a shame on you if you were one of those people, because you're not talking to a politician. You're talking to a person that shares their life with you.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to.
And yeah, and isn't anymore because of you. Sit with that for a second.
Cough, cough, Jenna Marbles, cough, cough.
Oh yeah, no, Jenna Marbles was one that I wanted to talk about. Because, well, in Jenna Marbles, I almost tried to find, because I think she took it down, but I wanted to find somebody like reacting to her retirement video, so to speak, because she says that what kind of drove her to it was people saying, you're so unproblematic and you're perfect and you've never done anything wrong ever. And so she's like,
that's not true.
Take me off your pedestal.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of heights. I don't want to be up here. And I think there were probably, like, whenever I say that I love Jenna Marbles, someone always goes, she did blackface. And I'm like, no, she didn't.
Yeah.
She worked at a tanning salon. She was very tan. She put on a pink wig and impersonated Nicki Minaj. Bad choice? Sure.
Yeah.
Blackface? No. So, whatever. Especially in context of, like, she did Kesha and Madonna and Iggy Azalea. And, like, she did it several times. And whatever. Anyway.
Well, and she probably didn't think anything of it. She probably...
Right.
Because, like, to be honest, in my early adulthood, it's not something that I really thought of until my eyes were open to it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, until someone said she did blackface, I was like, what? No, she didn't. And then they were like, yes, she did, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
unintentionally,
depending on how broad your definition of blackface is, she didn't paint her face.
Yeah.
You know? She put a wig on. And at the end of the video, she takes the wig off and is like, I love Nicki Minaj. And I'm not, not to say that you can't love a person, like, oh, I'm gonna go to this Michael Jordan for Halloween.
Yeah.
I love him. And then do blackface. You
cannot do that.
No. It is possible to do that.
But you shouldn't.
Don't do that. But you could, in theory, paint your face and be like, it's an honor. And I'm like, no. Intention versus impact.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
So anyway.
Yeah.
But I think every Wednesday/Thursday, I hear that squeaky squeaky. And I think it's Celibate Wednesday. It's no longer Sexual Wednesday. It's Celibate Wednesday. Because it's been, what, 4 years?
Oh, it's been longer than that.
I can't remember if it was 2019 or 2020. I thought it was during COVID, like during the lockdowns.
It might have been.
But, like, she got married. And that's amazing. And so there's so much of and like Julian's getting overwhelmed and he's talking about at least easing off of stuff. He mostly Twitch streams. He doesn't really do his cooking channel anymore. So, like, retirement is inevitable.
Yeah.
And they are human beings who have a life. But, and this, okay, getting back to the point, she has no idea I exist. And I love her so much. And that's that's kind of what I mean of the weirdness that is the internet, is that, like, I can know so much about someone and they don't know I'm alive.
Yeah.
And I had the same thing recently with Ladies and Tangents. One of the girls was like, not to be disrespectful by speaking on this, but she was like, you guys have noticed I'm not wearing my ring. And so I'm just going to say it. I'm getting divorced.
Ouch.
And up until she said it, like, she talked about how loving their relationship was and how great he was and what a solid family they had and whether or not they were going to have more kids.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're getting divorced. And so I'm like, none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
None of my business. What happened? You had, like, in my mind, you had such a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You guys had a solid foundation. You were so good together.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? And I think that comes partially from, like, a fear of it happening to you.
Yeah.
You know, like, you need to know what happened to this relationship so that it doesn't happen to your relationship.
Yeah.
But it's also none of your business.
Yeah. Also, like, just, I don't know.
And they make me cry. Like, when good things happen to them, I cry. And again, they don't know I'm alive.
Yeah. It's a weird time. I feel like being in the public eye is scary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Like, the fact that, again, going back to Jenna, like, if I was in LA and I saw her, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I hope you're, like, you know, I'd shower her with, like, love and prayer. I hope you're doing so well and that life's going great and that you're so happy now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I love to know that you guys foster greyhounds and your dreams
Mm-hmm.
came true and everything. I take a picture with you. Is it okay if I post it? You know,
Mm-hmm.
that would also be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I also imagine it's kind of rewarding.
Yeah.
Like, if someone came up to you and was like, you changed my life in such an amazing, incredible way. Thank you so much. Can I take a picture with you? You mean so much to me. Wow. Touching. Sweet. Mm-hmm. Awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nervous. Shy. Go away.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes me wonder how celebrities like Taylor Swift do it. Because that's a whole nother level.
Yeah. Yeah. For, like, mega celebrities.
Yeah.
Or think of the people like Ted Cruz. Think of the people that, like, people hate. And he opens up the internet and sees a picture of himself, and it's like, Ted Cruz looks like that guy that you tell your kids not to talk to at the park. And, like, he sees all these, he does. But, you know, he sees all these memes of him, and he sees all these people, like, shit talking him. And
I mean, don't be a shitty person.
Well, I mean, I agree.
Maybe not the right person to use.
No, but that's my example, is like, this is a human being, a shitty human being, but a human being that goes online and is like, sees people saying, fuck him. That, can you imagine? Like, you're just living your life. If whatever your beliefs are, you're like, these are, assuming the best.
Yeah.
Assuming he has only pure, wonderful intentions. Playing devil's advocate for a second, he is just defending his beliefs. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with power. It's specifically, these are my beliefs, and I think this is how things should be.
If we're using Ted Cruz as an example, we can look at America's politics, because
Oh no, I'm not trying to say that it's not a deeper issue, but I'm just trying to put, like, let's say Bob Jones. If your name is Bob Jones, I'm not talking about you. I picked two of the most generic names in the whole world.
I mean, we could use J-Lo.
I mean, anybody. Just somebody that lives their life, talks shit on the internet, whatever, it goes viral, and then people are like, they should die. That person fucking sucks and is terrible, and someone should kill them. You're scrolling through TikTok or Facebook or whatever, and you see your name. Someone says that about you. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are. Politician, celebrity, random Joe Schmo, me, whatever. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes, you know, it's amazing to be on the internet, and it's also terrible. People love Taylor Swift. Oh my God, they just want to hug her. And people hate politicians and are like, kill him.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that Taylor Swift has her share of people who
I'm sure
threaten her with that. So
there was that video that I sent you from a couple years back where she was talking about the politician that she was like,
oh yeah,
I don't support her values. I don't like, no. And she was like, her dad was scared.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, someone might kill you over this. And she was like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I need it to be heard. This
Mm-hmm.
is how I feel. And terrifying.
Yeah.
And the fact that Republicans right now are like, Taylor Swift's trying to hijack the election, blah, 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 because she told people to register to vote. She didn't tell them who to vote for.
No.
Just that they should vote. And they're like, ooh, hey, don't tell people they have rights in this country.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. And then there you have the people who want her to tell people how to vote, which she easily could, but that would be an abuse of her power.
Oh, yeah.
But also, that could get her killed.
Yes.
And I don't think enough people understand that. Like, a lot of the reasons why people aren't speaking on Palestine is because it could end in their death. Look at the Manchester bombing with Ariana Grande. Look at the lead singer of ABBA. There have been, not the lead singer, one of the singers of ABBA who got killed by a fan that was just too gung-ho. Like,
right. That happens all the time. That's
Yeah.
been happening forever.
Yeah, and it's not just the celebrity that could get killed, it is their family.
Yeah.
And or like a close friend, or really just anybody.
Yeah.
And so like when you're asking these people to speak out, again, we're pro-Palestine. You have to understand the danger that it might put them in.
Yeah, and it's easy for you, user 637B24 exclamation point YQ742, to say, hey, don't vote for this person. You, celebrity, should be telling people how to vote because you have a louder voice than me. You are a random string of numbers.
Yeah.
Using a VPN that can't be traced or whatever. I don't know. That person is hugely known, widely known, and they also have a bullet point list of everywhere they're going to be this year.
Yeah.
And yes, they have security, but I mean,
their family doesn't. Their friends don't.
Well, in like the Las Vegas shooting, the guy just hung out in a hotel. So it's so easy for you behind your screen anonymously to say whatever you want. But as a person with a platform, it's not easy.
No, and
to say
it can be scary
and dangerous.
And like I'm not saying, like, again, we are pro-Palestine, but you have to be human about it. Like there are dangers. There are like. And I know that I like saying this is a privilege because I'm not a celebrity. If I say genocide is bad and good, that obviously it's bad. Me saying those things and someone like,
boo!
Yeah, that's like,
who cares?
If there is a death threat that comes at me for that, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna take it to the police or whoever I need to take it to, and like that'll be a whole thing. But that is not a bunch of people who are mentally ill. That is maybe one person that is mentally ill.
And you know, the odds that you and I say something, genocide is bad, and one person in the comments is like, loser, it's sick as hell. No. But one person in our comments, we've never had a comment before.
We have on our Instagram.
Yes. But like on YouTube, nobody's ever said anything, which is fine. I mean, if you want to. But don't say that genocide's cool, because it's not.
It's not.
But if let's say we had like 100 views on this video and 35 comments, one person that disagrees with our sentiment is not going to get like 100 more people or 1,000 more people to agree. Taylor Swift says something totally normal, like racism sucks, and one of her fans is like, I'm in the KKK.
Mm-hmm.
That person potentially gets, just statistically,
Mm-hmm.
a larger group of people. And large groups of people are dangerous, which is why we should vote. Because our votes matter and are dangerous to the people that we don't want in office. So, just saying.
True.
It's an election year.
Yeah.
God, it seems like it's always an election year. Like, for something.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be like, yeah, it's because it is. Like, this is this year and this is this year. If you can't vote for everything all at once, you'll go insane.
When you were talking about what you would say to Jenna Marbles, I think the only thing that I could ever imagine to do if I saw Taylor Swift is just and keep going.
I think if I saw Jenna Marbles, I'd be like, hi. Well, I'm like, I have this whole list of things I'd like to say, but I'm pretty sure I'd be like, oh my god, I really like you. How's Mr. Marbles?
Yeah. See, if I saw Taylor Swift,
I feel like I could more easily talk to Taylor Swift than I could Jenna Marbles
That's
because
valid.
I feel like I know Jenna Marbles as a person. I know too much about her personally.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I feel uncomfortable because I know secrets about you. I don't know any secrets about Taylor Swift. So I'd be like,
yeah, I think in any celebrity situation, if I saw someone out and about, minding their own business, doing their own thing, I think that is just like what I would do because I wouldn't want to like
if you saw Taylor Swift at the grocery store,
I would just keep going. Because it like
would you snap a picture on the sly?
No.
Okay.
That's rude.
Well, I feel like so many people would be like, oh my god, there's Taylor Swift, and like take a picture of her, and they see you doing that, and that's so. Ask. They would probably rather you ask and say, hey, can I get a picture with you? And she's at the grocery store with no makeup on. She might tell you no, but she also might tell you yes. But if you just sneaky take a picture of her, fuck you.
That's weird. That's fucking weird in a bad way. No, I think fingering. I think
That's the title.
I think finger guns and a wink is all I could muster because I don't want to bother them.
Yeah.
I don't want to take time out of their day.
Yeah.
And what are they gonna do if I finger guns and wink? Like, they have a silly encounter.
They're like, oh man, the weirdest thing happened to me at the store today. Hey, but you're memorable.
Exactly.
And so if she remembers you, she's more likely to get a restraining order against you.
I don't think she would get a restraining.
And then you've got a document with your name and her name on it.
I mean, if I wanted
Don't be crazy.
No, don't be crazy. Just I would do that to any celebrity. I would do it to Nicolas Cage. I think that would be. Now I want to do that to Nicolas
Cage. I mean, I medium like Felicia Day. Like, I like Felicia Day. She's not my favorite. She's not like some like. I'm not gonna go see a movie because Felicia Day is in it. When I saw her at Comic-Con, I was like, my eyes. I said the creepiest thing in the world. My eyes are seeing her actual face. Or I said like her actual skin or something. I was like, my actual eyes are seeing her actual skin. And I said something so serial killer. And Craig goes, do you want to go meet her? Because her line was pretty empty. And I was like, no. And I only medium like Felicia Day.
See, in that situation, I would go up and say hi and get a picture. Because that's what they're there for. And
right.
They're aware of it. But if it was out in the wild, I would just be like, okay, bye. Like,
yo, Felicia!
But no, at like a Comic-Con or like a convention or something, and I had the opportunity to meet like
if you got a backstage pass at a Taylor Swift concert. Or like Joe and Frank. I feel like I said their names backwards.
I don't know how I would react, because Joe is pretty. Joe is my type. Joe is... I don't know. I would...
I
Hey, baby.
I mean, we talked about this previously. That I don't know that I have a type. My type is I like you and you make me laugh. And I mean, I've dated short, tall, fat, skinny, big.
I see, like,
whatever.
I have a type, but I don't stick to it.
Mm.
I
feel like my type is, well, no, I was gonna say more personality based, and then I thought about it, and I was like, that means Craig's outside my type. My type is queasy.
See, I will date outside of my physical type. If you look at my history, there's a wide range of what people look like. I will never date a blonde man again. Blonde men are evil.
Sorry. I have also never dated a blonde man.
I've only dated one and he was evil. Yeah, no, for the most part, is tall, dark, handsome. Or nerdy. But yeah, no, I don't stick to my physical type.
Shut up, Peter.
But that's also never, like, clearly it's never worked out for me to not stick to it.
Don't take this the wrong way, but clearly it's never worked for you to stick to it.
I have only dated one person who is my physical type, and I was the one that fucked it up because I was in my early adulthood.
Gotcha. Roger.
Yep.
But yeah, the internet's a weird place.
It is, yeah.
It's kind of a cesspool. I mean, everyone is there, and most people are, well, I'd like to think that most people are, like, pretty good. But then you go on Reddit, and you're like, oh, everyone here is terrible.
Awful. Yeah. I don't know. I get so conflicted because I want to see the good in everybody, but then they just fuck it up.
That's true. That's what makes, like, retail so hard, is that you're just like, oh my god, the people here.
Yeah. I will never work retail again. Ever.
You know, I think there are very few jobs where you don't deal with people, and I think they probably suck. Like, working in a warehouse, just shoving stuff in boxes, that sounds like it sucks.
It depends, because I worked at the airplane.
I know which one you're talking about.
I worked there and I really liked the work specifically, but then you deal with a bunch of people who graduated high school but not mentally and are in their 40s and 50s.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. I'm probably gonna cut this out, but you know how Amazon drivers were peeing in bottles?
No.
Oh yeah, Amazon drivers have such a quota to meet that they don't have time for bathroom breaks, so they pee in water bottles. And if they get caught with, like, if they pull into the warehouse and they have a bottle of pee in their truck, they get punished. So they throw the bottle of pee out the window. So
that's inhumane.
Yes, it is. There was a guy that started buying up the bottles in his area and then putting it in, he, like, made packaging, and it was very clearly like a penis with, like, water with, like, pee coming out of it. Like, the design is subtle, but it's very obvious of what it is. He puts the pee in this packaging and then sold it on Amazon. And so he is selling these bottles of pee to Amazon. But the problem is Amazon has, like, automatic algorithms and stuff. So they reclassified this bottle as an energy drink. So don't buy energy drinks on Amazon. They might be pee.
I was going to guess that he just sent it directly to Jeff Bezos.
No, that would be funny too, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can find the name of the company. Guy sells pee bottles. Amazon. And it's called, okay, so it's called Release.
Oh.
Is the name of the drink. Quote unquote drink.
There's a drink called Happy. Don't drink it.
Okay.
It will make you happy, but it's also one of the things that they put in it is what they give people who are addicted to opioids when they're trying to wean them off. And
clearly a penis.
Yeah.
And we clearly display that the chemical makeup is human urine. At Release Energy, we embrace waste. Oh, hilarious. Water, urea, creatine, uric acid.
It would be freaking hilarious if some dumb man bought that.
That's why we've developed the first fully reusable energy drink. Once you're finished with your Release Energy, having savored the fizzy tang on your tongue and felt its replenishing nectar course through your body and found yourself beyond hydrated, simply reopen your bottle and fill it back up to the brim to achieve maximum release. Infinite refills.
Hydration.
Hydration. Micturition. Repeat. So yeah, they're saying this is the label of Release Energy showing urea and uric acid in its ingredients.
I mean, if someone's stupid enough to buy that and drink it, then like good for them for making money on it, I guess.
So he initially listed it as a refillable pump dispenser, but the algorithm moved it into energy drinks, bypassing the platform's protections around food and drink licensing.
I mean, he tells you what's in the ingredients.
Oh yeah, he does. Gee whiz, you're in for a treat. Wetting myself from excitement. I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this one. It's just the internet's a weird place. Be nice, be kind.
They do
remember
not sell
that
it.
What you know, everything on the internet's permanent. What did you say?
Not on Amazon anymore. But you could get some pussy.
Oh my god. Natural energy. I need to know what's in that.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna say you don't have to click on it.
No, I want to know too. Pussy, natural energy, organic white grape juice, Brazilian lime juice, lychee and passion fruit, sparkling water, milk thistle. I'm not even gonna sarsaparilla and guarana.
Why would you name your drink that?
I mean, like, as someone who likes pussy, I would
eat and drink pussy. I mean, like you said, it totally bypassed the food licensing, so they might not have a nutrition label. What?
My wife and I love the taste of pussy. It's like purple champagne energizing wop in a can.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
Just be nice, be kind,
drink pussy.
Be mindful of what you're putting on the internet because someone will probably see it at some point. What if your mom saw it? What if your kids saw it? Like, just don't be an asshole as a general rule. And on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Pussy. Now I have to decide if I'm going to leave that in.